Hello, and happy Fun Fold Friday. Happy Good Friday for all of you who are celebrating the Easter season right now. Also, happy Passover for those of you who are celebrating the Passover. Oh my goodness. So, it is a cold, dreary, cloudy day today. But that's okay because we're inside making cards. And I have a fun fold for you today that is a perfect fun fold for the Thankful Garden stamp and paper. I'm so excited. I can't wait to share this with you. So Z folds are like one of the simplest of all fun folds. A double Z fold adds one more level of what am I trying to say? Challenge. It's not really. It's not as easy as the simple Z fold, but it's not a difficult fold at all. The double Z fold is it's really great because when people open their card, they go, "Oh, how cool is that?" And so it's simple to put together, but it does take some instructions. That's the word I'm trying to say. All right, here we go. Let's see. Hello, Tony. And Tony, thank you so much for sharing. Remember, you all, when you share my videos, more people find us. When you like them and comment on them, it lets YouTube know that that's the kind of video you like, and they will bring more videos to your watch list that are similar. So if you ever wanted to know how social media worked, that's the idea. Anyways, so thanks again, Tony, for sharing. And happy Easter also. Linda is here with us from Florida. We also have Christina and Michelle. We have Donna and Brenda. We have Tina. Hello, Marianne. I just replied to your email this morning, Marianne. And Noreen from Maryland. Awesome. Well, welcome you guys this morning. Now, remember, from now on, we do not have host codes anymore at Stampin' Up. They are forever gone in the history of Stampin' Up. And now when you put in an order of $20 or more, that's before tax and shipping, you get 10% in Stampin' Rewards yourself, and you can collect them, save them up for a big ticket item, or spend them right away on your next order. So pretty awesome. The catalogs are starting to arrive in your mailbox. I got a couple of emails telling people they got theirs. So be watching for the brand new Stampin' Up! Catalog. It goes live on May the 6th. So if you've been planning on putting in a big order, let's wait until May 6th. And so you can get all the new stuff too. I love it. Okay. And hello, Rosie and V. You guys have joined us now. Brenda, happy Easter. Luana, Carol. Oh, wow. The names are popping up now too fast for me. Okay, let's go on and switch cameras. There we go. All right. So the Thankful Garden, I have been using it all week. I love it. It's so fun. It not only is a stamp set and a die set, but it's also a stencil set. Lots of fun. So this was the project we did Monday night. Oh, let me get these things off my banner so you can see better. And okay, there we go. Now you can see better. Oh, and I got a glare there. Okay. This is the scrapbook page that I made Monday night using the Thankful Garden paper. And we fussy cut all the flowers out. These are from our, whoops, there's a rubber band up there. Our alpha letters die cuts. Very simple but fun page documenting the quilt that I made my niece for my great niece, little Greta. All right, so we put that to the side. We're done with that. Then Tuesday in your email, and I'm only going to show this briefly, I sent that exclusive card tutorial. And if you noticed, I did that in yellow. You don't usually see hydrangeas in yellow, but I thought, what the heck? And then here is the card challenge from Wednesday. So if you all have not entered the card challenge, I encourage you to do so. Let me put that up on the banner. Oh, I don't have it there anymore. Okay. To enter the Fun Fold giveaway, you post a picture of your fun fold. I apologize. Card challenge. They're on my Facebook page, Creating with Christina. You'll see the post, and it's got a black and white picture of the card sketch, and you make a card similar to the sketch. The sketch is just the 3 sections of the card. I put flowers and a sentiment on mine. You don't have to. You can leave it as 3 cards. You can put circles on there. All you have to have is the 3 sections. So, all right, that's that. And today we are doing a double Z fun fold. So let me show you, and then we'll put it together. So here, this is the traditional double Z fold this way, but I twisted it. Okay, so I put a fun twist, and so it's a vertical one. But I just thought it was perfect. We have this huge floral image, goes right there on the front, and then you pop it open, and there is the message. So we're going to put this together. We only need a few supplies. We need a 4 1/4 by 11. Okay, and remember, these instructions, the measurements and the written instructions are in your email later today. Okay. Then we're going to need one that is 3 1/4. Okay. 3 1/4 by, oh gosh, I forgot now. Hold on. Let me put it here in the corner. 10. Yeah. 10. All right. So 3 1/4 by 10. We're going to score these and then glue them together to make the Z fold. We will also need some designer paper. So because this is 3 1/4, okay, it goes like this. This is 3 1/4. This is 3, and it's a 3 by 4. All right, 3 by 4. Then a piece of designer paper here. This is 3 by 2 1/2, and then a white piece for your sentiment, your signature. And if you need more room to write, then just make this one white also. Make these both white. Of course, you can always do the back side too. Put a white piece on the back. Or if you're using a very light colored base, you can always write on the back also. So we've got all that. Now, I also have some scrap paper to cut out some shapes. And this scrap is for me to stamp and color the flower. All right, so I did the hydrangea here. I thought I'd switch it up and do, and I don't even know what kind of flower that is. I keep calling it a rose. It does look like the roses you see on the side of the road, and I forget what they're called, but they're real hardy roses. I don't know what this flower is called, but that's what we're going to do. Okay. All righty then. Well, I don't need this yet. Let's hold off on that. Don't need any of this yet. All I need is this and this. All right, let me get back to the comments. Remember, put a question mark in front if you've got a question. Louise says, I didn't see the latest card challenge on Facebook. Yes, ma'am. The card challenge is there now. Dorothy, thank you, Dorothy, alerted to me that I had not posted it yet. So I apologize. It is there now. So be sure to go over to Creating with Christina, and it is pinned under the features. So thank you, Anne, Louise, for that. And yes, Anne says she loves the scrapbook page. Yep. Yeah, the scrapbook page. Oh, no, I'm not doing hydrangea. Okay, I can't talk and stamp at the same time. Here we go. We're going to do this rose type flower. All right. So, and I need a big block. You need a big block. You need the big block. Unless you have a stamp positioning tool, which is even better, because then if you miss any section, you can go back and restamp. All right. So we've got that. I'm using the brand new, like I said, we've got a catalog coming out May 6th, the brand new Secret C. It's not black. All right, here's black. Can you see that is like a very dark navy? And it's just, I just love it. It's not as harsh as black, but it's not as light as gray. So, you know, if you need an in-between gray and black, here we go. We got Secret C. All right, and let's go ahead and open it. Oh, Dorothy's at the gym. I was just telling them, Dorothy, that you alerted me that the card challenge wasn't up. It is up now. Okay, come on. Sometimes I don't want to open because they're brand new. Hold on. Let me close it again. Yeah, you're supposed to be able to pinch it in the back and it opens. And sure enough, it does. Okay. Yay, look how pretty that is. I love it. Let me get my ink cleaner here. If you are new to stamping, maybe you've just found my channel, and this is what we call a Stampin' Chamois. All it is a really fine sponge filled with water. I keep it in a DVD case so that it doesn't dry out very quickly, but it's perfect for cleaning stamps. And we sell it in the shop. So stampinup.com, we sell it in the shop. All right, now I'm going to show you how to use these stencils. All right, so first of all, open it up. I need to let you know that they are numbered 1, 2. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Those are the flowers, and 4 and 5 are for the leaves. So we are going to start with number 1, and we're doing the roses. So that's right there. Okay. Now, the notch is way over here, and all I have is this little piece of paper. So I'm going to get out a scrap piece of paper so that I can mark where my notch is. Okay. So put that there. And I want to have it so that it's actually on the paper. There we go. Okay. So I am, whoops, come here. It's not quite on there the way I want it. All right, let's go ahead and tape this down so that it doesn't move. That will help. That will help. All right, so that is not moving now. Then we put this on here like this. Get it. You kind of have to wiggle it until it lines up perfectly. There it is. Then I take a pencil or something. I'll take a pen. I felt it move. Yep, sure did. And I like to not just do the notch, but do the whole side of the stencil. I found if I just do the notch, sometimes I don't get it lined up all the way. Okay, so I do that. And now that it's there, okay, and I can line it back up on the notch. Just like that. Yep. I can tape it down again. Come here. There we go. So it's not moving. And we need some ink. All right. So the designer paper has 2 different, you can do the Melon Mambo, or you could do the Fresh Freesia. Okay. I am going to do the Fresh Freesia because I don't use it enough. All right, where did it go? Here it is. Fresh Freesia. Now, you do not have to have different colors to do this. You just use a light hand. Okay, so let me grab my pink. Oop, these are all blues and greens. Hold on, let me grab a pink brush. Not that it really matters because I wash my brushes, but they are stained, so just in case. All right, so you're going to take your ink, okay? And you're not going to do full saturation on this. Is the lightest one. So start over here and just very lightly, hardly even touch the paper. Okay. And if you need it a little darker, you can press down. Remember, you can always add more. You can never, well, it's not that you can never take it away, but it's not very easy to get rid of it. All right. So I've got it on there pretty good. Okay. You can kind of see it. There we go. Oh, we're not moving that. We're going to do number 2 now. All right. So this is still taped down. So that's not moving. Oh, one more thing. Remember, the ink is wet on the plastic. So go ahead and get a cloth and rub that off. All right. So that was number 1. Now for number 2. Is this number 2? Hold on, I'm looking. Yep, there it is, number 2. So I just put it right along my mark like that. And it should be lined up, and it is. Excuse me. So where's my tape? Here's my tape. And now we're going to go a little darker, okay? Not too much, just a little. But this is a second layer. Okay. All right, let's see what that did. You ready? So I love this stuff. Cool, cool. Can you see? Yeah, you can see. Let me zoom in so you can see even better. There we go. Let me move this up. Yeah, fun, fun. All right, now for the darkest. Oh, I forgot to rub off the ink. Okay. Now for the darkest layer. Now this is the one where you really need to have that notch there to help you because you can barely tell what's going on here. This is for the super detail. All right, so there we go. Looks like we're all lined up. Okay. Don't you love stenciling? I think it's fun. Some people are like, no, I'd rather just I'd rather just stamp. Okay. Well, we definitely have plenty of that available. Okay, I'm going to take a peek and make sure. Come here. Oh, yeah. Isn't that pretty? Oh, so pretty. Okay, we're all done. So I'll wash those brushes later. And I just rinse them in water and let them dry. I don't like wash them, actually. You can, though. You can. We are ready for the, whoops, and I forgot to rub the ink off again. It's so light, I forget. Now we're ready for the leaves. All right, the leaves are garden green. So let me grab my garden green. Ah, you still have family members sleeping, Linda. Well, I will try not to be too loud. I know I can be. My sister's always saying, shh, don't be so loud. I'm like, I'm sorry. All right, let's get our stencil. So we need number 4 and number 5. And this is 4. And so we just line that up. Okay. And it should line up on that stencil line. Okay. Yep, sure does. There it is. So nice. Okay, now I've lost my tape again. Here it is. My tape is really running out of adhesive. I'm going to have to get some more. Now, I don't want this to be very dark. I want it dark enough, though. Okay, that looks probably good enough. So it kind of came in dark on that one. Oh, so pretty. And then the last one. Here's the last one. Come on. Yep. Okay, now I'll come in really dark. Well, maybe not that dark. Whoops. Okay, so the leaves over on the right are a lot darker than the leaves over on the left, but that's okay. There we go. Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh, so pretty. Okay, now we just have to cut it out. Oops, and I forgot to wipe off the stencil again. There we go. So I just have a micro cloth. Actually, so they come much larger. I just cut mine into quarters. Let's zoom back out. Okay, there we go. I just cut mine into quarters, and then I throw them in the wash every so often. But they're perfect for wiping up ink. Okay, let's get the cut and emboss machine, and you should be able to use the little one with this because it's, as long as it's not larger than 3.5 inches across, you can use this little baby. I love this one. This one's so cute. Okay, let's not get our ink brush in the way. Let's get this off of here. There we go. And our cut. Now, remember the trick to this. You want to have this center plate a little further away than that plate. Then you want where you're going to be cutting your die. You don't want your die all the way up here. Bring your die down as far as you can. You can't bring it down too far or it'll fall off. It'll fall off the edge down here. But right there looks about good. Okay, hold on. Let me grab the die so I can get it on there. And of course, I love using washi tape to hold my dies in place. You just don't want it to move on something like this. Here we go. Nope. Yeah, it's this one. There we go. And that. And it should snug right up against all of the edges. Oh, I meant to say this flower doesn't have to have the black outline. You can just use the stencils and it will still make the pretty flower. I'll show you what I mean in just a sec, right? Well, I used the black on that one. Which one did I not use? Oh, the one that I did for, no, this one's cut out paper. This one here, the one I did for the tutorial. See the yellow? I didn't use the black. I just used the yellow and the green. I didn't use the black. So you can use it with or without the black outline. That's really cool. A cool feature. All right. Now that you've got that on there, let's get this edge up against the white edge. So you've made a little sandwich. You have a gap. Whoops, I keep getting out of the camera. I'm sorry. You have this little gap right there, and then your die is further down. It goes right in like butter. It's just, well, I say butter, but it's a little tighter than the big one. The big one is a lot easier. This one's not difficult, but it does take a little more effort. There we go. And like I said, my shoulder, with shoulder surgery, I have not had any problems working these machines at all. So that's why I really love them. Matter of fact, my electric emboss machine, it actually takes some effort to push the plates in. And that was kind of hurting my shoulder. So that's why I've switched over to this for when I can. Okay. Let's get to the scoring and putting our card together. All right. So we've got, we are going to do this one right in half. So at 5.5, where's my scoring tool? I'm kind of all over the place. I need to clean up a little. Hold on. Let's put the die back. That is recycle. That goes there. As long as you have a place for everything, it's not usually difficult to clean up. It's when you don't have a place for everything. All right, so we've got that. Boy, I really am everywhere, aren't I? All the stencils. There we go. Now I don't feel so crammed on the desktop. There we go. And my marker. Okay. So we need Now remember, these measurements are going to be on your email today. So if you're not subscribed to my email, go to my blog. And let me put that up for you. My blog, and there will be a pop-up for signing up for my newsletter. That's my email list. And that is where I send your emails to you. And I usually send 2 a week, one on Tuesday with the free tutorial and one on Friday with the replays and the tutorial to the fun fold. Occasionally, though, I do send other emails out for clarification, for information that I don't want it to get lost in the email. You know, sometimes when you make an email, it's so long that you don't get all the information. It's too much information. So sometimes I send out small little ones. All right. Anyways, back to this. So we're using Misty Moonlight, and we are scoring at 5.5 and 8.25. 8.25 right there. Okay. All right. So we've got that one. Then the 3.25 by 10. This is Secret C also. Secret C is scored at 4.25. Okay. And 7.25. There we go. Yay. All right, so that's all the scoring you need to do. Put that over there. Now, this is where you kind of have to pay attention. First of all, if you want any designer paper on your main part of your card, let me show you my example here. So if you wanted any designer paper back here or any stamping or embossing, you need to do that right now. Okay, now I'm not, but if you were, you'd want to do that right now. All right, so then this folds down, okay, and this folds up. Oh, let me get that banner out of the way again. There we go. All right, so down and then up. And so then you have this thing that looks like that. Thing that looks like that. Good grief. All right. This larger piece right here is going to be attached to the smaller piece here. Okay. So you're kind of doing it opposite. All right. So we are going to, if I can remember how to do this now. Yeah. We're going to like this. So let's Let's have it like that. This goes back and then forward like this. Okay. So this one is folded. This one is folded down and then up. Okay. This one is folded back and then down. Okay. Back and then down. And then it just, they connect like this. All right. And now using liquid glue, you can wiggle it around. If you use a strong tape, you'll want to like put it in place here and then tape this side down and then tape this side down. That way it is in the right place. But with liquid glue, you usually get a little wiggle room. So let's go ahead and do that. So we just want some glue up here. And of course, it's not going to come out because it never does on the first squish. There we go. Okay, barely coming out. There we go. And then, make sure this is right. Yeah, and then this part here. Okay. So we have it. All right, we have it like that. We're going to line it up and close it. Okay, and then just keep wiggling it until you get it to where you want it. So it's kind of even on all sides. And hold it for a minute. Okay. And like I said, that's a traditional double Z fold like that, but we're twisting it. We're going to make it vertical. All right, now that I've got that together, let's have the fun of the designer paper. So the first thing I have is this side. So it was this, and I just flipped it over. I like that white there. So let's get that on there. And at first I was going to use this side, but it really does get lost. You just can't see your flower because it's too much alike. And so this just goes on here with about 1/8 of an inch border all the way around. Okay. Now, one thing I did notice when I put this on here is it was kind of boring, kind of flat. And I thought it needs something. And so let me grab a piece of fresh fruit. Can you hear me now? Holy cow. Oh no, how long ago did I lose the sound? Ah! Oh no. Sound is gone at 9:58 and it is now 9:58. Oh, okay. Phew. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Yay. Phew, I accidentally hit that button. I have to be careful. All right. Remember, a little bit off. Okay. Just putting it there in the middle. Sandwich it. These top and bottom go together. If you can, well, my die came over to the side. If you can, keep your die fairly far away from the edge. But obviously, you can't go so far that you go past that part. But it just goes in the machine so much easier when you give it that. And then once it gets into about the center of the die, it gets a little tighter, but it's not impossible. Okay. And like I said, the reason I did that was so that we had a little shadow back there. And I just twist it like that. And now it pops up a little better. Okay. So let me put this away. Actually, I think Petunia Pop would have been a better color choice. Yeah, let's try it in Petunia Pop. I know I'm going off script here. As Sharon Armstrong says, I'm going rogue. I had this all planned out and then I'm like, no, that's just too light. So let's cut a piece 3.5 and compare. And if I don't like it, no biggie. I can use this cutout for another project. I'm not wasting paper because I love this sweet collection. Oh my gosh, I can't get enough of it. It is so pretty. I think what I love are big, bold image statements. You know, it's like instead of a bunch of little ones that you have to cut out, you just have to cut this one big one out. It's so nice. Okay, where'd my other plate go? There it is. Tell me in the comments, which do you like better? Do you like trying to cut out a whole bunch of little ones and build a scene, which are very unique and different? Or do you just like the one big cutout and be done with cutting? Yeah, I think this is going to look a lot better. And if y'all didn't know, Petunia Pop and Fresh Freesia are complements of you. They're different hues of each other, just a shade darker. Okay. Yeah, I think this. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's going to be a lot better. Yeah, you can really see that now. Okay. Now, obviously, it doesn't fit perfectly. So that's why I've twisted it a little bit. And depending on which way you want to twist it, I can't decide. Do I want to twist it that way? Yeah, I do. Okay. So I'm just going to put a little glue, actually a little adhesive, and then I'll pop the whole thing up on dimensionals. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. 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 Okay. We also need some more of these leaves. So I have a piece of scrap green, and I do love these leaf dies. They are perfect for when you need some sprigs, some extra foliage in your layers. This is an awesome die for that. It's just perfect. Okay, and once again, I don't really need tape because I'm not trying to stay lined up on lines. Okay. There we go. But look how beautiful it is. They're embossed. That's the one thing. Sometimes when you cut leaves out, you're like, oh, yeah, they're fine, but you need a little texture. Well, look at that. Those are embossed. Aren't those great? I love it. All right, so we're going to add those. I don't know. I might need two. Let's just cut another one because we can. How are you guys doing? Am I taking too much time? I know some of you love it when I'm here all morning. Others of you are like, come on, get on with it. Get on with it. I never know. I just want to make sure y'all are getting your value, getting what you want. And my die came out. Hold on. Let's see if I can get it back in there without having to redo the whole thing. No. Great. Gotta back her up. she decided she just didn't want to be there. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yay. All right, now we should have enough leaves. And if we have too many, you just put them in your leaf pile. Oh, I did it. That's another tip I meant to tell you all. So I don't know how many of you have, what am I trying to say? IKEA shelving, hold on, let me switch cameras real quick. This back here, do y'all see this back here? Well, this one, so this one has enough for all the stamps, but this one just has these two. But these 5x7 photo holders, these are awesome. So you just, you keep your cutouts in them. And then like if you are, or you've got a ton of, like you're going to have one just for leaves, one just for seashells, one for flowers. It's so awesome. And anyway, so I got them from, I got the shelves from IKEA. I got these storage cases from Stampin' Storage, if you're familiar with them. And so they have this new size for 5x7 photo cases, and you can keep all kinds of stuff. So it's another organizing tip. I love giving y'all tips all the time. Okay, where's my card? Here we go. So we have our card. There we go. Put that on there. Oh yeah, we definitely need leaves. Okay, so we put some leaves there, and we can put some leaves over there. Oh, that's pretty. Whoops, let me change cameras again. There we go. There we go. Okay, so let's adhere these down. Okay. Go. Like that. Okay, I love it. Get some dimensionals for this one. Oh, okay. Stella wants the name of the stencil. It's all a part of one thing. It's the stamps, the dies, and the stencils all come together in a bundle called A Thankful Garden. You have to go online. It's not in the catalog. It's on the online exclusives. But if you just put in Thankful or Garden or Thankful Garden, it'll pop up for you. Okay. And so you get the stamp, the die, and the stencils all together. You can buy them separately though, but you really need the stamp and the stencil together. But like I said, you don't have to. You could just do the stencil without the stamp and it still turns out pretty. But yeah. Well, thank you, Tina. I love it. It's not me, I tell you, it's the product. It's so easy to make when you've got good paper and stamps. Isn't that the truth? All right, so far so good. All right, we need this piece and this piece. Oh, you know, that would have been helpful to put this piece on before because it doesn't lay flat. That's okay, though. It's all good. It's all good. And, of course, like I said, you could make this a white piece and write on it, but you definitely would want to write on it before you stuck it together. Yeah, because it does not lay flat. Okay, there we go. That's stuck on there, but this one does. There we go. Like I said, and if you need more space than that to write, just turn it over and use the back. Okay, so far so good. Not done yet, though. Not done yet. Let's get the stamp out. Okay, and I'm going to do 2 stamps. Whoops, the stamps aren't in there. Here's the stamps. Okay, I'm going to do a couple of stamps here. We've got Thankful for You, Friend. Okay, so we've got that one. But we're also going to do With Love. Okay, and then there's another one. And Thanks. With Love and Thanks. Thankful for You, Friend. Isn't that a pretty card? Everybody needs to get cards like that. All right, and we're going to play with, we have a lot of Petunia Pop. We have a lot of Fresh Freesia. I think we need to bring in more of the Misty Moonlight. So we will get our Misty Moonlight out. Here we go. And our little scrap of white that I have totally misplaced. I'm going to try to find it. Grab another piece. And here's another organizing tip. I buy these plastic envelopes. This one is a 5x7. I also have 9 by, is it 9 by 11? Anyways, that I keep my kits in, but this is for scraps. And I just keep this in my file drawer with my paper. It's for little scraps. Bigger scraps just sit in there. But anyway, so we have With Love. Okay. Upside down. Okay. Well, if we're going to do that one upside down, we better do this one upside down. And double check. Is that what I want? Yeah. And Thanks. There we go. With Love and Thanks. Oh, let's go ahead and do Friend while I've got the ink out. This ink pad feels like I need to re-ink. Thankful for You, Friend. Perfect. And then I'm just going to take my snips and cut this out. And I'm just doing a real fast, fussy cut. I'm not even really thinking about it. I'm just kind of staying a little bit away from each of the letters, following all the curves. And then this part is just straight across. Yay. All right. And that's going to go on our bloom right there, but we need some ribbon behind it. Now, the ribbon that comes with the suite is fake felt, faux velvet. I'm sorry, faux velvet. One side, however, is slick ribbon, and the other side is the faux velvet. So I want the velvet side to show, not the ribbon side. So we are going to take some adhesive here. Okay. We are going to be putting it right here, and we want our ribbon to do that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move my sentiment. Okay. I know my adhesive needs to go right there. Okay. And I want it, whoops. Yeah. I'm going to be adhering the ribbon part down to the adhesive, and then I'm going to twist my ribbon so that the faux velvet stays on top. Okay. And then I'm going to twist it again. Okay. So my faux velvet stays on top. All right. And then I'm just going to cut it off right there. So. And that's the best way I have found to play with this ribbon. It does not tie in bows very well. It does not tie in knots very well. It would look pretty going straight across and tucked under something. So if you ever had a situation where you just wanted a strip, you could do that. All right. And now this is going to go on dimensionals. So we don't have much room. Really, that's the only place for a dimensional. Oops, come here. So hopefully that'll be enough to hold it. Yeah. Hey. All right. Almost done. We're not quite done yet. We've got to have bling. Got to have bling. Who doesn't want bling? Love, love bling. All right. So these are the sunburst sequins that come with this suite also. Let's see. Let's put a couple up here. There we go. And one down here. Here, 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 here. That's a good place for it. All right. Yay. Now we're done. So this is the Thankful Garden Suite. It comes with a stamp, dies, stencils, bling, ribbon, and wonderful paper. It is so fun. You can do so much with it. I've been playing with it all week. We did a scrapbook page. I gave you an exclusive tutorial on Tuesdays doing it in yellow. Then we did a card challenge with it. And now we're doing the double Z fold with it. Okay. All righty. Well, next week we'll be back with more fun products. Can't wait to share with you what that's going to be. And I hope you all have a very blessed Easter. Happy Easter. Be sure to get lots of pictures of those grandkids going on Easter egg hunts. A picture of you and your sweetheart with the flowers. And you and your children with the flowers, so that you can make a scrapbook page. We're going to get everybody scrapbooking. All righty. Love you guys. Y'all are the best. Watch for your email today with the measurements for this card. Double check for questions. Sorry, I almost forgot. Where do you get? Oh, Mary Ann says, where do I get the envelopes? I get them on Amazon. Just go to Amazon.com, type in whatever measurement you want. Like I said, those were 5x7 clear plastic envelopes, and you will find them. Yeah, good question. Okay. All right, I don't see anything else. Awesome. I'm glad I got my sound back on. Okay. Happy Easter, you guys. Bye-bye.